Sixers 3 observations after Harris leaves with injury in Sixers win over Mavs. The Sixers improved to 14-2 at Wells Fargo Center and 22-11 overall Thursday night, but they saw a key piece leave early in their 111-97 win over the Mavericks. Tobias Harris exited the game in the third quarter. The 28-year-old was diagnosed with a right knee contusion, the Sixers announced, and did not return. "I think they're going to do some tests in the morning to make sure it's structurally fine and then go from there," Sixers head coach Doc Rivers said after the game. Harris, who missed 3 games earlier in the year because of health and safety protocols, is clearly an important part of the Sixers' big-picture plans as a late-game scoring option besides Joel Embiid. He entered Thursday's game with averages of 20.7 points on 61.3% true shooting, 7.7 rebounds and 3.4 assists. Durability has been a hallmark for Harris, who played 72 of 73 regular season games last year and appeared in all 82 games during the 2016-17 and 2018-19 seasons. Embiid led the Sixers with 23 points on 5 for 20 shooting and had 9 rebounds and 4 assists. Ben Simmons posted 15 points and 7 assists. He was also instrumental in holding Luka Doncic to 19 points on 6 for 13 shooting and 4 assists. Doncic had 7 of the Mavs' 22 turnovers. Meanwhile, the Sixers turned it over a season-low 8 times. The Sixers' next game is Saturday night against the Cavs. Here are observations on their win over Dallas. Embiid versus an old friend. For a half with Kristaps Porzingis out because of lower back tightness, Boban Marjanovic started his first game of the season. He caught up with some familiar faces pregame, as did former Sixers Josh Richardson and Trey Burke. Marjanovic conceded a substantial edge in agility, meaning Embiid could comfortably take just about any jump shot he wanted. His shooting struggles from the Toronto miniseries lingered, though, as he missed his first 4 mid-range attempts and 6 of his first 7 shots overall. Despite that, the Sixers fared well against Dallas' big starting lineup, earning an 11-5 lead. Nobody other than Doncic seemed to pose a serious challenge to the Sixers, and Simmons' defensive talent meant it wasn't necessary to send risky double teams. Embiid was bound to find a groove eventually, and he did in the second quarter. Both Embiid and Simmons were great on both ends of the floor as the Sixers closed the second period on a big run to take a 16-point lead into intermission. Dallas scrapped its large lineup in the second half, using James Johnson and sitting Marjanovic, and that adjustment was mostly effective in limiting Embiid. More frequent double teams helped the Mavs, too. While plenty of Embiid's misses were looks he'd typically expect to make, Maxi Kleber and Johnson were better able to contest Embiid's shots and play bothersome defense than the 7'4" Marjanovic. "He missed some great shots," Rivers said of Embiid.